Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Festival of Enlightened Participants ki. So welcome everybody to this Festival of Enlightenment.
Hare Krishna. So I'd like to take a couple of minutes just to have an introduction of the speaker. So I hope you people are very enthusiastic for the class.
Yes.
So what's the title of the class?
Festival of Enlightenment.
Oh, that's the name of the festival. But what's the title of today's class?
Missing link.
The missing link. So do you feel something is missing in your life? I hope that's why you are here. Okay, great. So Prabhu's name is Pranjay, and he has done his BTech from NERIST, a CFTI under MSRD, Government of India, and did his advanced training in VLSI, and currently working in SanDisk as a software engineer. So how many of you know about SanDisk? सबको पता होगा, सबको हार्ड डिस्क यूज करते हैं. And special qualification, he completed his Bhakti Shastri degree. So it's Bhakti Shastri degree means it's an in-depth study of the Vedic scriptures, especially the Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic scriptures, from Mayapur Institute of Higher Education, and currently pursuing his Bhakti Shastri Vaibhav degree with in-depth study of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavad Gita is kind of like preliminary knowledge, and once graduate, so one studies the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is more in-depth knowledge of the Vedic scriptures. So currently he's pursuing that. So we are very fortunate to have association of Prabhu, as like you all know that Bhagavad Gita is important, but to understand it, it's really big task, because once you go through the purport also, sometimes it goes beyond our head. So some guide is needed for that, and if the guide has a perfect knowledge and having a different perspective to understand the Bhagavad Gita, then what to say? It's a very good opportunity. So thank you very much for being with us this evening. So let's begin this class, and we'll give it mic to the Prabhu. You can start. Thank you.
Thank you, Adesh Prabhu. So Adesh Prabhu is also very nicely working in his company, and then also in Cyprus, and then also he is very nicely practicing Krishna consciousness. Very amazing Nrsimha player, and then also very deep in his practice also, and reading the scriptures. So let's begin with the festival of enlightenment. So we'll start with prayers. Okay, so these are the prayers which we offer to the Lord to seek the blessings again. So these are also auspicious prayers from the scriptures. So I'll recite, you can repeat after me. Is it visible to everybody?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandasya
Om Ajnanatimirandasya
Jnana Anjana Shalakaya
Jnananjana Shalakaya
Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Chakshurunmilitam
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namo Om Vishnupadaya
Namo Vishnupadaya
Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale
Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swami Iti Namine
Swami Iti Namine
Namaste Saraswate Deve
नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम हरे राम
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
राम राम हरे हरे
मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम् Hare Krishna. Thank you for participating in the Kirtan enthusiastically. Janmashtami batch is very nice. Whenever we have festival of enlightenment, although we are starting first time in Panathur, so you're the first batch of Panathur, right? So you're very special in that way. But in ACS layout also we have a center of ISKCON in Marathali also. There already a festival of enlightenment is going on. We always observe this, that the festival of enlightenment batch which happens after Janmashtami, oh that becomes really amazing. Very enthusiastic batch, and already they have so much of spiritual credits. It's very clear. It's very clear how they sit, how the people sit, how they enter the class, how they participate in the kirtan. It's very clear from that this is Janmashtami batch. So very happy again to welcome you all to this festival of enlightenment. So we'll begin with today's session. Also, we always discuss from Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavad Gita is very glorious, very powerful, very scientific. And here in ISKCON, if you have seen, you must have visited and attended some sessions. So you must be seeing that very purely or directly from the Bhagavad Gita, everything is discussed. It's not that somebody is putting his own opinion. According to me, the life is like this. According to Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says, what Bhagavad Gita says, we'll be discussing that. That's the point of interest, but that's the foundation. And if someone takes chapter of Bhagavad Gita, for sure, if he implements it as it is. Now, by the way, Srila Prabhupada has, when he translated Bhagavad Gita, he has kept the name. What is the title of Bhagavad Gita in ISKCON if you have purchased? Bhagavad Gita as it is. Why? It's not that okay by chance or by mistake he has written as it is. No, he has mentioned in so many lectures that even in the introduction and preface or introduction, I think he writes, Srila Prabhupada writes that we have given this title Bhagavad Gita as it is to distinguish it from the other. There are so many hundreds of Bhagavad Gitas available in the market, right? Many people have written, and anyone can come up with his own Bhagavad Gita these days. But this Bhagavad Gita is very special because Srila Prabhupada claims that it is as it is. The message which is coming from Krishna and the whole Guru Parampara, the disciplic succession as it is, without getting contaminated. And there's a very nice verse in the scriptures which says, Phalena Parichayate, and from Mahabharata. So, which says that to test any process, we need to see the results. And the results are coming. Whoever is reading the Bhagavad Gita, they are becoming pure devotees. They are forgetting about all the contamination. They are coming out of all the contamination, getting purified, and becoming the pure devotees of the Lord. Completely purified life they are living. And we want to express our gratitude. And this presentation is dedicated to this divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, by whose mercy we are all sitting here. If there is no organization called ISKCON, we'll be just roaming around here and there. And on Saturday evening especially, you all have chosen to be here. Otherwise, we have so many options. If you have a bike, we can go on riding to different places of Bangalore with someone special at the back. But you have left it and then come here. Sacrifice. So this is sacrifice to please Srila Prabhupada, to please the Lord. So I welcome you all once again. And one very nice example from the preaching mission of Srila Prabhupada. He got the instruction from his spiritual master, and then he was working on it. In mid of 1960s, if you would have known, Srila Prabhupada actually left for West to preach the message of Bhagavad Gita and Srila Bhagavatam all around the world. At that time, very interestingly, there was a movement called hippie movement. Have you ever heard of hippie movement? Hippies,
Yeah.
right? So at that time in the US, especially, it started from there. That the youngsters like us, in the teenage or in the 20s, right? They were leaving homes, not to become sannyasis or something else, but they were leaving homes. Actually, they were leaving homes for spiritual enlightenment. They were thinking that, oh, by leaving homes, by abandoning by boycotting the state laws and their own quest of spiritual enlightenment to become free from everything, free from all the bondages. That was their mission. So they came out. They came out. They were not following any rules and regulations. They were not bothered about police. They were not bothered about country, the government. No, they were on the streets doing whatever they want, thinking that, oh, this will give us spiritual realization. Obviously, their goal was that, but the way was not proper, right? So then at that time, they were all got addicted. They were getting addicted to all kinds of drugs. Especially there was a name called LSD at that time. And that's when Srila Prabhupada went. He didn't know about it. He just went. And then later we came to know, okay, that was an arrangement of the Lord. The youngsters who were out on the streets, they got an opportunity. And Srila Prabhupada just went to a park and he started doing kirtan there. And so many people came. So they wanted to stay high forever. That, oh, we want to stay high. And they were thinking, by taking drugs, this and that, we'll be staying high. And we'll have spiritual enlightenment. But Srila Prabhupada told them, you want to stay high forever? But taking this LSD and all, oh, you go high for some time, again you come back. Again you go high for some time, again you come back. What if I can give you something by which you will go high forever? Right? So that's what Srila Prabhupada told, and they told, oh, that's what is our goal. And they aligned. And then they came, and those hippies, they became the pure devotees of the Lord. They are preaching the mission of Krishna consciousness now. Very glorious souls. So let's express our gratitude to Srila Prabhupada for purely spreading the message of Bhagavad Gita and attracting many souls, right? And leading us to pure life. Okay. So with this, we'll start with today's session. This session will be quick. So we'll be having question and answers at the end. Okay. If you have any questions, please open up. We'll try our best to answer the questions. So today's topic is the message. How many of you seen the message? Many of us have a tendency to just skip it. It's such a big message, skip it. But anyways, we are going there. We'll come to know. We get prasad also. Everything will happen. But yeah, so today's topic is missing link, and we see that these days. We are all in the corporate sector, right? So let's talk about that. There are many big corporate giants, but they are also feeling that something is missing. Something is missing. It's not that I'm completely satisfied, completely happy, right? Even though I may have everything, my manager was telling me once, we were sitting on the lunch table. So he was telling me that, Pranjay, there is no end to earning money because he's earning a good amount of money. Right? So he's a senior manager in scientist, he has a good amount of money. And also he has a flat also which he has given on rent, 3 BHK flat in Prestige Lakeside Habitat, Panathur. I know he might be seeing this video. And then also he has a villa now, so he stays in villa in Sarjapur area. Now, after having all these things, he's completely settled, nicely settled. Still, he was telling me that I'm not completely satisfied. Something is still missing. And then he asked me, what is your conception of, we went on a walk after lunch, and he was asking, what is your conception of happiness and satisfaction? How to get complete satisfaction? Because he knew that I read Bhagavad Gita. So we had a nice discussion after that, right? So how many of you feel this actually, that something is missing? Something is missing, right? So everybody feels, most of the people. So that's why to start with this session, we'll understand, we'll start with some basic concepts which will help us to realize this thing and how to rise above this thing that something is missing to complete satisfaction. Okay. So we'll start with similarities between animals and human beings. So let me open it for you. It's an interactive. Let's make it interactive. Okay, it's not a one-sided discussion. Because it's from Bhagavad Gita, so there should be some discussion and brainstorming also. So what do you think? Okay, what are the similarities between animals, animal life and human life? So maybe you can speak of that. What's your good name?
Both need food to survive. Food, air, water.
What's your good name?
Shivam.
Shiva. So Shiva is saying both need food and water to survive. That's true. You have a mic. Yeah, possible. Yeah, anybody else? Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Eating, sleeping, and making. These three are
Okay. So sleeping, the second, maybe he has added into the list. Let's talk about sleeping. Everybody wants to sleep. A person will go mad if he doesn't get sleep. Right? So sleeping is the second thing. Okay, and what else you said? Mating, right? Mating means enjoyment or reproduction. Right? Animals also reproduce to continue their generation. Right? Everyone wants to continue the generation. Right? That mera pota mera naam roshan kare. Everybody wants that, and they want to continue the lead, the traditions, the culture. So yeah, that is one of
Family bonding.
Huh?
Family bonding.
Family bonding. The animals also, do animals have family bonding? They have, right? I saw some puppies actually. Recently they took birth, and then the puppies were just, mother was she fed the milk and she was now up. Still the puppies are going behind the mother and then catching the the mammary glands and then trying to drink the milk. And then obviously the mother was also showing affection. So there is family bonding in animals also, human beings also. Okay, anything else? This side? Similarities. Yeah.
There's a love,
Love.
love
Yeah.
between the family, the care,
Yes,
the
the care.
enemies they have.
They also have enemies, yeah.
They have enemies.
Okay.
They have enemies.
Do we have enemies?
Everyone has enemies.
Everyone has enemies, yeah. That's true. That's true. See, this world is of duality. We have friends, we have enemies also.
Hate, care,
Huh?
hate,
Hate.
care.
Hate and care, yes. There's also dualities. Love and hate. Or care and hate, whatever. That is true. Any last? Yeah.
I think both of them have soul.
Is that a deep point, by the way? Yes, that's also similarity. We'll go further and we'll discuss in our next session. So that yes, they're all spiritual beings, but different bodies. Correctly. Yeah. And you want to share something, right? Covered this point only. Similar to that. Oh, people are going deep and deep. That's good. So that's correct.
Last from my side. Problems. They also
They also have problems. How come animals have problems?
problems like whether they don't know that they will survive or not. Like people will kill them for hunting and other purposes.
Yes.
Or the problem of living, like there where they will live.
Yes. Where they will sit and nicely sleep.
And we humans have problems. Personal problems.
Some higher problems. That's true. Thank you for your answers. So let's see from the Shastra. What does scripture say? So we'll always talk always from the scriptures. Okay, that's our foundation. So from Mahabharata, this is a very nice verse. So I'll chant, you can repeat after me. Okay. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha
आहारनिद्राभयमैथुनं च
सामान्य एतत् पशुभिः नराणाम्
सामान्येतत्पशुहीनां
धर्मो हि तेषाम् अधिको विशेषः
धर्मो विशेषां विभो विशेषः
धर्मेण हीनः पशुभिः समानः.
धर्मेण हीना पशुभिः समानः.
Has anybody understood the meaning?
I have read this. I have
Very
read
well.
this in Chanakya.
Chanakya. Okay, that's good. So, can you figure out some similarities? How many of you know Sanskrit? Or at least little bit idea? Little bit. It's okay. Even if you don't know, no problem. So, here there are very nice 4 words, right? 4 similarities. First is just focus on the first line, ahara, khana, food. That is food. Second, nidra, sleep, need. Fear. Fear. Okay, when you talk about fear, okay, obviously animals also fear, humans also fear. But what is the outcome of fear? Let's say if somebody is feeling fearful, what he will do? Let's say he's feeling fearful when he is crossing the road. Like, oh, somebody will hit me. What he will do? Huh? Panic. Okay, what action he will take?
Try to save him.
He will try his best to look around and see if nobody is coming. Right? Some fear will be there. Okay, somebody may hit me. So naturally there will be a feeling of or a tendency to protect. Right? That's what it means. To protect the body, to protect oneself. Animals also do that, and humans also do that. We also do it. अरे पत्थर लेके कोई मारते हैं animals को भागते हैं ना, so they also do that. So they have this tendency to protect. That's what bhaya means here. Okay, it's a little more deeper. It's not direct meaning. And fourth one is maithuna. Reproduction. Obviously, it's reproduction is a direct meaning, but on a top level we can say enjoyment, pleasure. Everybody wants pleasure. The animals also want pleasure, right? Say, so we had one pet in our house. He was he was like, if we give this particular food item, he will eat, or if we give this, he will not eat. So many nakre. So enjoyment and pleasure, this tendency to get pleasure is there. That if I do this, oh, I will get pleasure. So let me do this. Let me not do this because I don't get pleasure, right? So that's how these are the 4 similarities. So second line you can see, right? Samanya. Same. Between whom? Pashuvi. Narana. Narana means nara, that is human beings, and Pashuvi means animals. Now again, animals include the birds, plants, everybody here. Okay? And humans are humans. So that's what it is. It's a little more deeper. And then one very nice, the last line you can see, dharmena hinaha pashubhi samanah. Now it is for the human beings. Right? After knowing this, that these are the 4 similarities, if we are just engaged in these 4 activities and nothing else above these 4 activities, if we are engaged, then what are we? Two-legged animals. With pant and shirt, nice shirt with Alan Soli shirt, Levi jeans, and then I don't know, some nice shoes. We'll be two-legged animals. Although we may be looking like very civilized people, the humans, but we'll be two-legged animals because there are only 4 activities we are doing. So dharma is the deciding factor. If we are following the dharma, which is above all these, oh, then we are humans. We are not animals. Okay. But if we are doing these 4 activities, we are animals. So let's discuss these 4 activities quickly. Okay, the similarities are 4. We saw right now. So we'll just we have made an acronym here to remember, and I'll ask you at the end of the session. Let's see who remembers. And by the way, we'll be having a quiz also. So we'll send you a quiz, not in the session, but after the session. Maybe today after completing the whole program, we'll send you a quiz and let's see. We'll honor the winners in the next session. So you have to come. And you have to listen very carefully. Okay? So first is sleeping, nidra. So we are mapping from the shloka. Second is eating, E, ahara. Third is E, enjoyment, maithun. And fourth is D, defending. Defending, right? That's what I said. So what is the acronym? SEED. So let's remember this. SEED. What is S? Sleeping. Second.
Eating.
E. Enjoyment, and P. Defend. So let's at least remember the English counterparts, right? Even though we don't understand or remember the Sanskrit. So let's talk about sleeping. So a dog can sleep anywhere, but we want sleepable mattresses. We go and spend a lot of time. इससे मुझे comfort मिलेगा कि नहीं? You know, we spend a lot of time, and sometimes it is opposite also. A person may be lying down, a human being, and then animal may be sleeping on the bed. A nice pet who is in a very nice family, getting such a nice treatment. But another a human being may be just lying down on the street, fully drunk, and he doesn't know where he's sleeping. Right? It may be other side also, the upside down. Right? So sleeping everybody needs. But what is the end goal? Let me ask you. What is the end goal? Huh? End goal of sleeping. Relaxation, refreshment, recovery, energy, right? Or what to say? Rest, we can say. So that we can feel energetic. Drink more. You want drink? People sometimes in hostels, especially, right? People sleep for. There was one person in my college times. So he was from Nagaland, because my college was in Northeast. So he used to sleep in the daytime. He used to go to sleep when we I think at 7 o'clock or 7:30 in the morning. When we used to take our breakfast and leave for our classes at 8 o'clock. He used to take the breakfast with us and used to go to sleep instead of going to the classes. And after that, when we used to come back from the classes at 5 o'clock, 4:35, he used to rise up from the sleep. My God! And then he directly used to go for dinner. So people, so like, and he was missing the classes, and somehow he passed. Nobody actually, I don't know how he survived actually all the 4 years in the BTech, and then he passed also. And I was doing job also. I know this is very surprising. People are struggling to study and pass the exams, or get the job, and survive the job also. But sometimes the karma is so good. What to do? So we'll talk about karma also in one of the next sessions. So sleeping is very important, and especially for the college people, the students. So second is eating. Oh, some people can we dining sets cutlery. Once I went with my mother to purchase cutlery. I was getting frustrated there. So much of choices, so many choices. I was like, when will it get over? ये brown वाला अच्छा लग रहा है, ये blue वाला भी अच्छा है, ये नहीं कि ये नहीं. They were having tough time to decide which cutlery to buy. At the end of the day, what is the end result of eating? What do we need? What do we get by eating? Energy. That's it. For some pleasure, obviously, by eating. But there is so much of thought process. This dining table, it should be glass, and then ये वाला cutlery होना चाहिए. कुछ तो gold के plates में लगता है. My God, so much. So, but the end goal is what? Get energy, right? And animals are happy eating grass. Animals are happy, whatever they get, they are happy. But human beings need so many dishes, and so many cutlery. Enjoyment. What is the end goal of enjoyment? Pleasure. Obviously, and why do we need enjoyment? We need pleasure in life, as we discussed. And then finally, defending the body, defending our existence, right? Whenever there is some danger, once my mentor was taking this session, and females were also taking that class, and all the females, the men were very blissful seeing this slide, and females, females were like looking at my mentor like this. Big thanks for session. And my mentor was going wild. He was like, what happened? The females are giving angry look. So then he realized, okay, I think the photo was wrong. So what to do? Dog fight and cat fight? So it's a truth. So obviously, no offenses. It's a reality that it's about human beings and animals. That how the animals also fight and they also protect their body, their existence from the danger, from death, especially. That's the ultimate protection. And human also do that. Right? So these are the similarities. Now let's talk about differences. What are the differences? Let's open.
Ego.
Ego. Huh?
We go to temples to pray.
Oh, ego. Sometimes people bring dogs also to the temples. They are also going to the temples. But yeah, that's a good point. We voluntarily go to temples. Yeah. Huh?
Animals will eat food when they are feeling angry, but humans will save the food.
They will not get angry.
Hungry.
Oh, hungry.
When they will eat.
Oh, when they are hungry, they will eat. And what about humans?
They will reserve something.
Oh, okay.
So
They will choose.
Lawyers and humans spend too much time to thinking this future.
Ah, what about animals? Do animals think about future? What do you think?
Yes, they are procreating to their mind.
They also think about future. Where will I get food from? Right? At least, okay, they think about next moment, maybe, but not for 10 years, right? But there are so many life insurance companies these days. What are they doing? They're making us think about the future. We will give you protection. We'll give you all security. Don't worry. Come to us. So this is going on, right? So obviously they also think about future, but not for a long term, but yes, for a short term. They want food, right? And what's a good place to sleep? Let's just think. We'll see actually in the next slide.
Identity, I think, is they cannot talk.
Huh?
They cannot talk.
They don't talk.
They cannot talk.
They also talk.
Animals can talk.
They also talk in their own language. Actually, I was seeing the pigeons in our center, like in our ACS layout center. A lot of pigeons actually. They come and then they, whatever is lying there, they eat some rice, what's and they go away. So one pigeon was there and I was washing my plate after prasad. That pigeon was in deep thoughts. He was like this and he was doing something. The neck was moving and he was, some sounds were also coming out. There was another pigeon also, and he was also doing that. So there are some communications also in among animals. They also understand. They also they have their own language, encoded language. We cannot decrypt it, encode it or encrypt it. Yeah. Okay, one last difference. Loyal. Oh, animals are loyal. Huh? Humans are unloyal, you say. Okay, that's an offense to human beings. If somebody catches your friend catches you, you say, "Wait, I'm loyal to my company, I'm loyal to my country." Okay, that's.
Angry.
Huh?
Angry.
Animals also get angry, right? Humans also get angry. But we are talking about difference.
Knowledge.
Knowledge, yeah. Who don't? Yes. Okay, although they may not have the ultimate knowledge, but yes, that's a difference actually. We will talk about it in the next slide. That's one of the last.
Body structure and they don't search for luxury.
They don't search for very high luxuries. I say below nature. Obviously, your pets have
Right.
they get conditioned, but although obviously we're talking about in general. So yeah, they whatever they get, place they get, they will just be comfortable. Yeah. Okay, so we'll discuss here. Do you think animals have intelligence?
Yeah.
Let's talk about cat. Wherever we are staying right now, so one cat came actually. She was roaming around, and suddenly we were working, and then we saw a cat came, and then she actually comes because there is milk in our kitchen. So normally like the window will be open, and then she comes through that, although the door will be closed. So she if we observe the cat carefully, she will look around like this, and very carefully she'll enter the house, uh, thinking that oh somebody should not catch me. I should be silent and very tactfully I'll be drinking that milk. So intelligence they have. They apply their intelligence. Where to enter from. They think. And then where is the milk kept? They know. And how to move, what path I will choose to reach my goal. right? They also have books. So intelligence they have. And if we talk about the nest, oh, such a nice creation by the birds. I've seen wonderful nests actually. And how do they make? We can never imagine. We can never do that actually. And they don't have hands also. They have wings. They catch some, what to say, some straws and all. I don't know from where they bring it. From somewhere they will bring and they will make such a nice nest, such a nice creation. So they have intelligence. The nature has given them the intelligence. We also have intelligence, right? So how are we special? So we'll talk about the actual differences now. How are we special? Although we may have intelligence, they may have intelligence. There are some similarities also. But how are we special? How are we different from the animals? That's very important. That's a foundation for our session today. So first is ability to. So again, we have a acronym to understand what to say. Remember, I'll ask you at the end. Ability to inquire, higher inquiry. Do animals inquire for higher truth? Higher truth means, okay, who am I? What am I doing here? How have I taken birth from these parents only? She is my mother, she is my, or he is my father, right? But this question may come to us. That I didn't choose. Okay, how many of you chosen that before taking birth, I'll be taking birth in this house? How many of you remember that? Anybody? At least anyone. One person should be there, right? No, no one, right? So it's a truth. We don't remember, but at least we have this higher inquiry. That how come am I here, right? And I didn't choose my parents. I didn't choose my birthplace. Who is controlling all this? How is this such a nice creation? How the nice creation happened? How is everything is in balance, right? How big is the universe? These are some higher questions. Am I this body? Once I went to a PG actually. There, I was invited for Festival of Enlightenment. So in ACS layout, I went and I asked him. He was a student in. No, it was not in ACS layout. It was here only in Panathur. So he was staying in at PG near New Horizon College. We have a New Horizon College. He was an engineering student, first year. So I told him, see, we discussed all these aspects in our Festival of Enlightenment. Please come. We want people who are interested for higher inquiry, right? He was like, my God, I've never. And I told him some questions also, and he was mesmerized. He went blank completely. He told me, I've never thought about these questions in my life. Nobody's telling us. Society is not telling us. Our education system is not telling us. But it's very, very important. So Srila Prabhupada once went to MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I think Stanford University is somewhere, some big university. I don't remember the university name. So he raised time. He went and he asked, where is a department where you can study about the analytical study will be happening about body and soul? What are the differences between body and soul, right? And proper analytical study. Where is the department in your university? I want to visit there. And they were completely blank. Right? So they told that Swamiji, we don't have such department. No department at all. But our scriptures give us this thought. They inspire us to think higher. And animals have this ability to think higher also. Right? So that's what is one of the very major difference between animals and humans. Second is B, A, B, C, D. This acronym. B is bliss. Oh no, okay, animals may get some pleasure and they will be satisfied in that. But human beings, they work hard, extra, what to say, extra time, overtime to get bliss. That I just don't want pleasure, some temporary pleasure, but I want complete happiness, complete bliss. I should be every moment I should be happy and blissful. This is what humans want. And animals are satisfied. Whatever food they get, they'll be satisfied. If they get a nice place to sleep, they'll be satisfied. So this is one very important major difference: bliss. Third is choice. C. Right. So you have chosen here to come today evening and attend this festival of enlightenment. See, animals are programmed. Animals are programmed. We'll discuss in our karma session also in depth. Deeply we'll discuss that how the three modes of material nature. There are some modes through which the nature is acting. And those modes actually push a person to do something. For example, you might have heard about Sattva Gun, Raja Gun, Tamo Gun. I'll just mention about it, I'll not discuss in detail. So these modes propel a person or propel an animal also to work. If there is Sattva Gun or Raja Gun, obviously, then it will be very passionate. You see dogs, very, very passionate. So the modes or the Sattva Gun, Raja Gun and Tamo Gun are propelling the living entity, right? To act in a particular way. So they are programmed. Whatever karma, the reactions they have in their account, they are programmed. But and human beings have choice every moment. Should I respond like this? Should I react or respond? Okay, if I respond, should I wait? Or should I not respond at all? Right? Or should I wait for how much time should I wait? Should I respond after 2 days? Or immediately or after 1 minute? They have the choice. But animals are programmed to react. Finally, D is determination. So human beings have the special tendency to be determined, and animals may be programmed again to do whatever they are doing, but people, the human beings have this amazing tendency to determine. If they choose something, if they decide something, what they will do, they'll do it, whatever may happen, right, on the path. So there's also a very important difference. So we are special in this way, right? So let's revise. What is A? B? Don't look there. C?
Choice.
And D?
Determination.
I'll ask you at the end. Okay? Now, if this is a very nice analogy, we have a tractor and let's compare it with Mercedes. Okay? So tractor is compared, animal life is compared to tractor in this slide, and human life is compared to Mercedes car. Now let me ask you one thing. Can we use Mercedes car on the field to plow the field? Why? You can use, right? It's my choice. I have a lot of money. I have purchased a Mercedes. I will use it for my farm. I have a good farm also. Then I'll use it. It's my choice. Why people don't use?
It's not built for that.
It's not built for that purpose. Right? Very nice. Very amazing point. So human life is not built for acting like an animal. That's what the point is. If we try to utilize the human life, which is compared to a Mercedes car, if we try to utilize it like a tractor on the field, oh, it will get damaged. It will not be able to work properly, or will not, or rather, we will not utilize the purpose for which we have got the human life. Right? Is it correct? Do you agree with this? Very relatable. So that's why human life is like a Mercedes car. It is meant to sit and just push off. Basically, we have to make sure that yes, we are on the right track, on the right highway, and leading towards our goal. That is spirituality, right? For the higher realizations. Still, if you've got human life and then we have so many amazing things with us, still why there is hollowness? There is frustration. Any answer? Any thought? Why people feel hollowness with them? What is the reason?
Because those are kind of the materialistic things give short-term happiness and
Very deep point. The material things which are temporary, they give short-term pleasure, short-term pleasures. They'll go away after some time. Okay, any other answer? Maybe from the back.
Expectation.
Huh?
Expectation. High expectation.
Oh, if we are not able to meet the expectation, oh, then we feel frustration. Okay, that's also correct. Yeah. Any other from the last year? Purpose. Oh, we don't have purpose. If we don't have purpose, then we'll feel hollowness. Any last from the end? Anyone? Anybody? Jealousy. Okay. And that is also jealousy. There's a cause of frustration. When you are jealous of any other person, if he gets, let's say my neighbor in Punjab, especially, I'm from Chandigarh. So in Chandigarh, whenever they open the door in the morning, they look around. मुझसे बड़ी car. They look around the neighbors' parking lots, and if they find that oh, मुझसे बड़ी car खरीद ली, वो भी दो. I also prove that yes, I'm also capable to even purchase even a good, better car than this. So that tendency is there, to be jealous, to feel envious of others. So yeah, that also brings frustration on us. Okay, I think we'll move ahead. So last few slides we have. So people are one very important or very important reason for this. Why we feel hollowness is just now we saw right. The animal life or the human life. So human life is meant for higher inquiry for some higher purposes. Now, or it's like a Mercedes car we are saying. Now, if we utilize that human form of life, which is for higher purpose, if we utilize it for animalistic activities, or if we engage on animal platform, what are the four activities again? Animal seed. S is eating, enjoyment and defending. Okay, animals are doing this, but if I also start doing the same activities only, I require that. It's my basic needs. But if I do only these four activities, only, that's what the important point is. And if I don't utilize my human form of life for the higher purpose, then I will feel hollowness. Then I will feel hollowness. Then I will feel frustrated. But if I am doing these four activities which are required, do you feel these four are required? They're required. These are what to say needs of a human being, needs of the body or our existence, need of the mind, need of the body. But at the same time, we need to have higher purpose also. If we are not utilizing for that our human life, then the hollowness has to come, and that's what is happening these days. People don't have any higher goal, any higher goal. One time, I think I'm not sure if he's present. Shivam Parvina, he's present. He was actually sharing with me. He's present here. So he was sharing. He shared me, just before this festival, and I told him that. Uh, he was with his team on the team lunch, and then they were doing nice team dinner, I think. Team lunch. So they were drinking nicely, and he didn't want to drink. So they were forcing him, and he told, no, it's against the religious principles, and Bhagavad Gita doesn't allow that, or whatever, and I will not drink. And they were asking several questions to him. So basically, and he told that there's a higher purpose for human beings, right? But they were telling that, oh, we've never thought about it, right? We have no clue about it. So people don't have any clue about higher purpose. No clue at all. That's why they feel hollowness. That's the only reason. Simple. Okay. How do we fill this hollowness? Now that's the question. Next question. Okay, if hollowness is there within the heart, how do we fill it? If we do, normally people fill this hollowness in Bangalore. We have seen, right? More eating. People are there who will be seeing the list of restaurants in this area. I've covered this. How come I have missed this? This week I'll cover this also. This restaurant also. And if they are going to the same restaurant, I should not miss any single dish. Full menu should be covered. So that's how people are trying to fill their hollowness. How they are filling their hollowness? By the four activities only: sleeping, eating, enjoyment, and defending. By these four activities only. Because of this, they are feeling hollowness, and they are feeling the hollowness by these four activities. How come it will be felt? It's not possible. So then the question is how to actually fill the hollowness, right? So we have to ask this question: what is everyone searching in life? What is everyone searching in life? Peace. A little more higher than that. Purpose. Okay.
Happiness.
Yeah. If the purpose is met, let's say, what they will get? What I will get?
Happiness.
Happiness. If let's say I get peace, there's a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam or in Bhagavad Gita also, where Krishna tells that if a person doesn't get peace, there's no question of happiness. Happiness is higher than peace. Peace is a little lower. Then comes happiness. If somebody is not peaceful at all, there's no question of happiness also. Happiness and peace are different, by the way. So everybody is searching for happiness actually, but people don't know how to get real happiness. Right? So that's why there are many advertisements. Now, yesterday I was traveling back from my hometown, Chandigarh, and I was from airport. I was coming. So there are a lot of big holdings, and there are a lot of advertisements. Sometimes people say, buy this home, especially in Bangalore, you will be happy. Nowadays, people are advertising that We have sufficient water in our apartment, so please buy flat in our apartment. There's a what to say, what to do. Bangalore is having water crisis. So whatever any crisis comes or any point of concern comes, people start using that as an advertisement, right? To advertise their own products or services. Buy this car, you will be happy. Mhm. Sometimes people say, oh, buy this bike, you will be happy. With this nice bike, with someone special at the back, on the highway. Although Bangalore is very difficult, but still, people advertise this and then, with someone special, you will be happy. You will be blissful in life. My sister was telling yesterday, she was giving she gave driving test, she passed in the first attempt. She was very happy. And she was driving actually, on the learner's license. So yesterday she gave, I went with them, yesterday, so January, and then we gave all the documents and we finished the formalities. So they told her, okay, in another 1 to 2 weeks, the license will come to your place. And then while coming back, she was telling me that I was thinking, मैं सोच रही थी कि driving से मुझे खुशी मिलेगी. I'll drive more and more and more. Now I can drive four-wheeler also. It's so nice. But it's normal हो गया भैया. It's all normal now. I've got a lot of opportunity to drive. I passed the test also now. My license is also going to come. It's getting normal. And I thought, oh, there's a nice example. Tomorrow I'll give this example to the session. And then she was saying, no, no, no. So obviously, we feel that okay, by this car, by learning driving, by doing this, by doing that, I'll be happy. But no, doesn't come like that. Because everything is temporary in this material world. Right? Buy this inner garment, you'll be happy. ये अंदर की बात है. There are a lot of advertisements like this. But inner garments also, people are advertising and they're telling that you'll be happy. You'll be happy by this undergarment. Everybody is searching for happiness. Let's have last, 5 to 10 minutes for wind up. So let's have a little more objective analysis of this particular topic. That what do we actually need to become happy? Do we need a good house? Do we need money? Do we need honey? What do we need? Right? So there are 4 needs basically, which everybody wants. All the human needs. We are talking about human needs now. But let's come to human platform. So first is physical need. So what is physical need? What do we need in physical need? Roti, kapda, makan. Done. Physical need. These are physical needs, right? Roti, kapda, makan. Okay, I need good house. Yeah. I need food. I need some shelter, right? And kapda. Kapda bhi chahiye na. Kapde nahi pehne to kaise hoga? So that we need. While second one is the psychological needs. What is psychological needs? Huh? Social status. Bihar, especially, I have heard people are much concerned about social status. Shadi ke time, how many people Bihar? No offenses, but I've heard that people kidnap engineers. It is a government, and that too in government sector, so they kidnap the person. The ladki wale kidnap करके ले जाएंगे. It happens, right?
Recently, the news has said, but it usually
Okay. Sometimes I've heard about it.
here everything can happen.
Yeah. Everywhere, obviously, dowry and all those things, right? So people need some, shelter and all those things. Sorry, psychological needs, some social status. Obviously, there is a sense of achievement which comes in this psychological needs. I want to achieve something. So if I get this, I'll be happy. Or at least I'll be joyful. Psychological need. Degrees and then better car than a person. Sense of achievement. Good appraisal. A person, if I come to the teammate has got a good hike, better hike than me. Recently I got hike, so my teammate was asking me, how much you got? I won't tell anybody. Then I told him, and we were discussing. So this happens. Sense of achievement. I need to be better than others. Social status, all those things. Emotional needs. Emotional needs are nothing but relationships. Right? We all need relationships. Yesterday, I was sitting for my flight in Chandigarh airport, and then a lady was sitting. She was unmarried only, And she was talking to one boy, and she was telling that about her boyfriend. She was talking to another boy about her boyfriend, and I was curious to know. For my flight, there was a line, so I was waiting for the line to end, and then I usually go at the end. Why to wait for line and go at the end when there's a last call? So I was waiting, and then I was curious to listen actually. I was thinking, okay, this missing link to this session. Let's see when the Lord is sending me some example. So I was just curiously I was hearing, and she was telling, you know, I feel very happy when I talk to you. I was like, she's talking about her boyfriend to another person. When I send you messages, you usually reply. But this person doesn't reply. And you know what happened today? Suddenly his mood changed. And then he was very nice, very normal. And suddenly the mood changed. पूरा mood change हो गया, मेरा mood खराब कर दिया उसने. And अभी मेरा दो ढाई घंटे की flight है मुंबई के लिए, चेन्नई to Mumbai. And how will I pass time? At least I'm feeling better by talking to you. I was like, obviously, this is emotionally, but people are going through it, the emotional crisis, relationship crisis, and all, struggling hard. And finally, there's something more. These are needed, but there's something more to be actually completely satisfied, completely happy, and that is, we will directly go to this spiritual need. Okay, that is needed. And there's a very nice video. So I just played a short video. You must have seen this video, right? It's very famous. And we'll finish in under 5 minutes.
What does he get in return for doing this every single day? He gets nothing. He won't get a check. He won't appear on TV. He continues to remain the same unknown person. But what he surely receives are emotions. He witnesses happiness, reaches a deeper understanding of life, feels the satisfaction and bliss within. He receives what money cannot buy. Happiness is not external business, it's an internal one. So where should we search for the true happiness? You can answer it for yourself, within or without.
Right? Such a nice video, actually. It really touches the heart every time, at least I watch. So, can you imagine? So there are many actually people who are working as a philanthropists and all. So they are trying to reach out to people, do some service to the society. Can you imagine it by doing selfless service to the society? doing something for others selflessly. This can give one happiness or at least some fulfillment, right? Just imagine if we actually, these are some basic tenets of spirituality. There's not actual spirituality, just basic tenets of spirituality or boundary of spirituality. We actually go more deeper and enter into the spiritual realm and what to say, uh, enter the realm of spirituality where there's complete selflessness, service of the Lord. Then just imagine how much satisfaction, how much happiness a person will get internally within. That's what the point is. These are some basic tenets of spirituality. But if if we actually become, if we enter into spiritual realm, which is a permanent platform, there's no temporary realm in there, then there'll be so much happiness. And that's what Srila Prabhupada, the founder of Acharya of ISKCON, this is from his words, so I'll read. Every one of us are searching after happiness, but we do not know what real happiness is. We see so much advertised about happiness, but practically speaking, we see so few happy people. This is because so few people know about the platform of real happiness, which is beyond temporary things. As one of you mentioned, right? That happiness doesn't lie on temporary things. That's what the goal of this session is to understand. It's on the permanent platform, and that's a spiritual platform. Spiritual platform doesn't mean any temporary thing cannot be spiritual. Spiritual means permanent. That's what we need to understand. Just imagine, by just doing some service, some basic tenets of philanthropic works or spirituality, some basic tenets of spirituality, and getting so much of satisfaction. Just imagine if we are actually on the permanent platform, on the spiritual platform, actual spiritual platform. How much happiness is that? Is real happiness. It is this real happiness that is described in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna. And Bhagavad Gita talks about it. What is real happiness? What is permanent platform? So that is the goal of these sessions. So we have come to an end. That fulfilling the spiritual need through divine teaching of Bhagavad Gita. And then this will surely ensure that we will come up to have a positive, enthusiastic, forbearing, and divine consciousness. It will surely happen. This is the goal of these sessions. Even though there will be difficult situations in our life, but we'll be stable. We'll have positive outlook. We'll be enthusiastic to tackle that situation, withstand it, and move ahead. And then forbear, and obviously divine consciousness. We will not get disturbed by small situations or big situations also. That's the goal of these sessions. And finally, whoever comes to these sessions, we tell actually that be scientific. Don't be blind followers. Normally, how scientific experiment is, we have an aim, we have apparatus, we have procedure, we have observation, and finally conclusion. Now let's apply that to Bhagavad Gita also. Sometimes when we go out and we ask, do you read Bhagavad Gita? They say, no, Bhagavad Gita doesn't work. One person met me in Janmashtami. He told, these things don't work for me. Oh, I looked at his math. I told, are you sure? Have you ever practiced Bhagavad Gita? He ran away. So, but if the aim is to understand Bhagavad Gita, whether it works in the modern age or not, okay, then apparatus is Bhagavad Gita. Then procedure is to actually study sincerely. Sincerity is required. Genuineness is required. Eagerness is required. Right? If we study and implement the principles in our day-to-day life, then observation. Okay, yes, I'm seeing some transformations. Or observation cannot be, I'm not seeing transformations. Then the conclusion will be there. Whether it works or doesn't work. Okay, then we can conclude, right? That's how the scientific experiment is. So let's be scientific. Let's actually go through the process. Let's not conclude before going through the process. Right? That's the thing. So summary, quickly, in 1 minute we'll discuss. What are the four similarities? Seed. S. E.
Enjoyment.
Effective. Very nice. Differences A, B, C. A.
Ability to hire.
B. Bliss.
Choice.
Choice.
Determination.
Good. Why all of this? We are not utilizing our human life, which is for higher purpose, but we are utilizing it. Mercedes, we are using like a tractor. Not utilizing our human form of life is for the higher purpose. We are doing what? those 4 activities only, which is seed. Okay. Then we discussed about why, why to fill hollowness. So how do we fill hollowness? Normally, people just do 4 activities only, because of which they have hollowness. Or then how will it get filled? No, it's not possible. And what is actually everyone is searching for? Happiness. And how to fill the hollowness? By fulfilling the spiritual needs. And finally, we see the 4 needs of the human beings, and spiritual need is the highest. By that, we'll be able to fill the hollowness. We'll be completely happy. That's what everybody is searching for, and we'll be doing that in the series Festival of Enlightenment. And finally, we discussed be scientific. Don't be blind followers. Okay, so coming up next, we'll be having these many sessions. These are few. We'll have more. Exploring the inner self. This will be the next session. We'll discuss about the difference between body and soul. We'll be more deeper. So please come. Don't miss this chance to go more deeper through Bhagavad Gita. We'll be discussing from Bhagavad Gita verses only. Then dealing with adverse situations. How do they deal with difficult situations? Different kinds of people all around. We'll be discussing about karma also. Lost wealth. What is our real wealth which we have lost? How to gain it back? Reviving the eternal faith. Mind your mind. How the mind works. How to actually control it. Do we need a guide in life? Well, I alone can understand Bhagavad Gita. Oh, I don't need guide in life, and I'm okay. I again met a person. I discussed with him on Janmashtami. He said, I can read Bhagavad Gita. I don't need anything. Then we discussed. Then he understood also that yes, we need a guide. Attitude of comparison. We compare ourselves, we degrade in our consciousness. How to uplift and always be fixed in divine consciousness. So these are the few sessions. Please come. I request everybody to come regularly, every single session, so that there will be no miss, there will be continuity, and consistency is the key to success. And consistency is very important in spiritual life. Okay, thank you very much. We'll stop here. Any questions? 5 minutes. Yeah, mic is there. You can raise your hands. Any question, or is it clear? Okay, one question. You can tell your name also, and then you can ask the question.
Rajan, myself Shetty. You said that determination is not one of the similarity. So if you go around the jungle और कोई शेर होता है, उसको सोचता है कि मैं ही जाके रूल करूंगा, तो उसके अंदर डिटर्मिनेशन होता है, जो लीडर होता है ग्रुप से लड़ता है, या तो मारूंगा या तो मैं रूल करूंगा, तो डिटर्मिनेशन तो जानवरों में भी है.
Yes. Obviously, determination is there, but somehow they will be under the modes, 3 modes, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo. That determination will be a part of that. You understand now? But a human being has a choice. By choosing, he may choose to be determined in a particular way to achieve something. And when he understands that yes, my goal is to inquire about higher truth, right? And with that goal, he aligns everything and he becomes determined in whatever he is doing in his day-to-day duties also, as a part of spirituality. And then obviously the spiritual goals are there to inquire about higher truth, to attain self-realization this very lifetime. That is the determination we're talking about. But an animal, he is determined, he may look to be determined externally, but he is still under the mode, under the influence of Rajagun. Right? He's acting according to that. But we see there are so many animals lazy also. Right? So they are also acting under the mode of influence of tamas, laziness. They are not determined. So they are all acting under the influence. But a human being has a choice to rise above the influence of the 3, these sattva, rajas, tamagun, and then rise above on the spiritual platform. And finally, we should have spiritual determination. Aligning everything with that spiritual determination. That's what we are talking about. Okay? Okay, any other question? Yeah, one more question. What's your good name?
My name is Mohit.
Mohit. Okay, please ask.
Hi. How is happiness and peace different from each other? I wanted to know, we are happy by doing small activities. So everyone gets happiness by doing some good work. So are we all in peace for a moment, and are we then sad again, or how is it? How does it go?
Yes, very nice question. Very deep question. So peace. See, when we talk about peace, when a person, let's say, does something, the mind is very much agitated, right? Let's say mind is agitated and then he does some activity and then for some time at least, the mind calms down. You know, there are no agitating thoughts in the mind. A person is just there. That's peace. There's no sense of happiness there. There's no contentment. It's just peace. Sometimes it used to happen with me when I used to study my engineering. You know, in my engineering also, school is also. After doing that, you know, when there's a sense of knowledge, or we attain some knowledge, or we acquire some knowledge, naturally the mode of goodness comes. Sattva gun comes. Sattva, right? Sattva gun comes, and when there's sattva gun, a person will be peaceful. And if you ask those people, no, are you peaceful? Like, हाँ, सब बढ़िया चल रहा है. हमारे हमारे इतना अच्छा घर है, मेरे बच्चे हैं, दोनों सेटल्ड हैं अमेरिका में. अभी देखो हमारा खेत है यहाँ पे, बहुत अच्छी गाय भी हैं, एकदम देसी दूध आता है हर दिन. हम एकदम पीसफुल हैं. There's no disturbance. Everything is nice. That's peace. But contentment is more deeper. It's more deeper. So when we talk about contentment, it becomes more and more deeper and deeper. You know, within we are feeling very, very joyful, very, very blissful. And it's beyond peace. Very, very blissful from within. Very, very happy. It's beyond peace. I think it's a matter of experience also. The words may not describe everything. So peace is like, okay, the mind is calm. No agitating thoughts. It's peaceful. I'm there. I'm there. I'm just there without agitation. So that's peace. But when it goes more deeper, and a person is really blissful from within, he doesn't need anything in life. That's the goal of all blissfulness. That's the goal of all the spirituality. He doesn't need anything in life. He's just completely blissful with whatever he has. That's happiness. That's blissfulness. Actually, bliss is more higher than happiness. Talking about happiness here, but bliss is more higher. You know, on a spiritual platform, bliss is more higher.
Being high on LSD is equivalent to peace, or is it on the same platform? Can we see the peace
No.
being high enough on LSD?
On drugs.
On drugs.
No. Sorry, I'm really sorry, but that is not the case. Being high on LSD or drugs, that is ignorance. That is ignorance. Peace is like, peace comes when we are in mode of goodness, sattva good. That's real peace. That's peace. But being completely, what to say, intoxicated with drugs, where my mind is just, I don't want to do anything else, just lie down. Right? People do that, right? They think that, okay, if I take drugs, if I do more alcohol and all, take more, then what will happen is tension will not come. They think that this is peacefulness. No, that's not peace. That is ignorance. For some time, they go into ignorance. Tamogun. Thinking that, oh, it's peace. It's not peace. Peace is that when a person is in sattva. See, there's a difference between sattva and rajagun. We'll discuss more in the next sessions. About 3 months. Okay, one last question.
And still from your
Yeah. What's your good name? Sure.
So my question was, like, what is the ultimate, like, what is the goal of spirituality? It is the only, like, we want peace, so we will attend.
Okay, so myself Shubham Pandey, and I was saying that what is the ultimate goal of spirituality? Like the thing is, like I have read all the things. So I have knowledge of Sattva-gun, Rajogun, and Tamo-gun also. Like Sattva-gun, Rajogun, and it is not also only a group, it's also people, Sattva people, Tamo people, Rajo people. So my first question was, like Sattva-gun, Rajogun, and Tamo-gun, it is there in only one person, or it is a type of person? Like the one person can contain all these gunas, or different people will have different gunas. So like even I'm working nights, like in morning I did spiritual things. So I'm going through Sattva. And I did my work. So I'm going through Rajas. Then at night I started drinking or I'm doing smoothies for sleeping. So whatever kind of peace I get. So that is Tamo guna. So these are the gunas a person has. But a person, like if I go through spirituality, I will completely go into Tamo guna. Right? If I go through spiritual life,
Tamogun is very
Sattva, I'm sorry. Sattva. If I
Actually,
go through spiritual life, I will go through Sattva.
But Rajoguna is important to live, right? We cannot escape from it. We cannot find move away from it.
Yes.
Because even Arjuna was good in archery only because of that he has Rajoguna, right? So, what is the main purpose of spirituality? What is the main purpose?
Okay. Very nice question. So what is the main purpose of spirituality? So we'll talk about modes, these three modes more in detail in the next few sessions. One of the sessions this is dedicated to that modes. But yeah, so till the time a person is under, by the way, to answer your question briefly, everybody is under the modes. And everything is under the modes. This mobile is under the modes, microphone is under the modes, mat is under the modes. See, if you go to bed, wherever you sleep, if you go there, very easily you will get sleep. Because every day you sleep there. Because the mattress is also under the mode of ignorance. It is having that tendency to put a person under the mode of ignorance. Right? So tamamod a person can go into. So things are also there. They are affected by the three modes. Sattva, Rajas, Tama. If you eat something nice, or if you feel nourished, the sattva, sattvic food. So food is also under the influence of three modes. Every person, everything in this world is under the three modes. Right? This is your answer to the question. We'll discuss, just in brief, because many people may not relate to it now. Okay, it's a little more higher. And finally, the purpose of spirituality is to rise above these three modes. So although as of now I may be affected by mode of goodness, or maybe I am affected by mode of passion, rajas mode, not tamo mode, but slowly, spirituality brings a person to a higher mode. He'll come from ignorance to passion, then to goodness, right? And then finally, the goal is to go beyond the three modes.
God do have this good.
Yes.
Even God have all this mass.
The Lord is free from all the three
Not
modes.
Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is away from it. But I am talking about other devas, deities.
This also will discuss in the next few sessions. This question. Okay, so yes, about the scope of this session. Okay, we'll stop here. So the purpose is to go beyond the modes.
I know.
Pure goodness. Let me tell you. One line. The pure goodness is the mode which is beyond the three modes, the material modes, nothing good in Sampradaya. And a person who is there, he doesn't have to be, have to come down to mode of passion to do something. Oh, the pure goodness will do everything. He'll be able to do everything in pure goodness. It's fully put in. And that's the spiritual life. Okay. Till the time we are in the mode, so we have to make sure that we come above and above, at least to mode of goodness. Better, best. Slowly, we go above the modes. That's the goal of spirituality. Okay, I will stop here. So we'll go for mantra meditation now. It's a very, very important aspect. Maybe you can all stand up. So the volunteers will distribute the beads. So you just be in your places and they will come quickly to distribute the beads. Let's do it quickly. Another 10 minutes, 12 minutes we'll spend on mantra meditation. Okay. Okay. So the question comes till the time beads come. The question should also come. Which mantra to chant? Right? Is it some Vedic mantra? Anything we can pick from the Vedas and start chanting? Gayatri mantra? No. The reason which the Shastra give, the scripture give is every mantra, the Vedic mantras we talk about specifically, they have some certain what to say conditions before chanting, and there are three conditions mainly broadly, which is Desha, Kala, and Patra. So I request volunteers to quickly distribute the beads. Yeah. So Desh, Kala, and Patra, time, place, circumstance. Person should be pure, first of all. He cannot chant anywhere and everywhere. Toilet में से chanting कर सकते हैं Vedic mantra. कि I chant the Gayatri mantra, Vedic mantra in the toilet. No, it's not possible. Kala, time is also important. This particular time of the day we have to chant. Then they will be effective. Otherwise, it will be effective. It have its potency. And then Patra is person. Desha is place. Place also, it is not that anywhere we can chant, as we discussed already. So Desh, Kala, and Patra, both are important. Right? But today we are going to chant a very, very special mantra which is called Maha Mantra. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Why it's called Maha Mantra? Because it is above all these three conditions. All these three conditions. In the Treta Yuga, every yuga there is a Yuga Dharma. Like in Dwapar Yuga, sorry, in the Treta Yuga, there was sacrifices, yajnas, swaha, big elaborate sacrifices used to happen, and then they used to attain self-realization through that process. It was a process for self-realization. When Dwapar Yuga came, Satya Yuga, Satya Yuga there was yajnas. When Treta Yuga came, it was yajna. Uh, Satya Yoga was meditation. They used to sit for thousands of years for meditation, and they used to attain self-realization like that. It was perfect method. In Treta Yuga, it was yajnas. In Dwapar Yuga, it was elaborate deity worship. They used to have big temples, big deity worship for a long duration of time with maintaining purity, and they used to attain self-realization in that way. When it comes to Kali Yuga, we are in Kali Yuga, right? So it's mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, as you can see. Kalau tat Hari Kirtanat. There is only one process in Kali Yuga which works, which is Hari Kirtanat. Hari Kirtan means chanting the holy names of the Lord, chanting the glories of the Lord. So that's what we're going to do today. Chanting the holy names of the Lord. Okay, which is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And Hare Krishna Mahamantra also comes in Kali Santamana Upanishad, many other references. We are going to give one reference here. It's a nice shloka. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakaramnam, Kali Kalmashanashanam, Natah Parataropayah, Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. What is the conclusion of all the Vedas? Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate is that this 16 syllable mantra, which is, it's mentioned here, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is mentioned in Kali Santamana Upanishad and many other Puranas also. So it comes in the Shastra. See, this Hare Krishna mantra is kisne create kar diya. It is from the scriptures, and this is the method of Kali Yuga. So in Kali Yuga, this mantra can give us self-realization. If we are able to do two things. So when can we sit down? We'll start the mantra meditation. Can I also get one beat? Sanjay, too? One beat. So we'll start now. So can we close our eyes? And we'll be just doing two things today in this mantra meditation. We will be just chanting the mantra clearly and hearing the mantra clearly. That's it. Nothing else. If you are able to do this much, chanting the mantra clearly, I will display on the screen, and hearing the mantra as clearly as possible. And if you are able to hear just one mantra today, just one mantra clearly, then it's a success for today's mantra meditation. Okay, and we have to move the beads also. So if we hold the beads like this middle bead we don't have to touch. That's an extra bead. From the next one, we can hold it like this without touching the index finger. That's considered contaminated. It represents false ego, right? Therefore, right? So it represents false ego and many other things. So it is contaminated. So it will be holding like this, middle finger and the thumb. So like this, and we'll be moving the bead with each mantra. For example, we will chant one time Hare Krishna mantra here. On this bead, holding the bead, hearing the mantra, chanting clearly, and then move on to the next beat, and then chant the Hare Krishna mantra on the next beat, then next beat, like that. We'll complete 108 times. It has 108 beats. Okay, so we'll start. Let's close our eyes. So I'll be chanting one invocation prayer. After that, we'll chant together. So can you repeat after me? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta. So let's pray that let my mind help me in this mantra meditation just for 10 minutes. Just for 10 minutes, the business of 10 minutes. We have come from so far. So let's utilize this opportunity we are sitting with like-minded spiritualists. It's a nice platform, it's a nice opportunity for us to immerse ourselves in the mantra meditation. And what is the way? Just to chant clearly and hear as clearly as possible. That's it. We don't have to imagine anything. Nothing. Just hear the mantra. That's it. So let's tell our mind, please help me for these 10 minutes. If the mind goes away, let's bring it back smoothly, without force. Let's continue chanting. So let's start. Together we can chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, let's focus. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's stop.
Hare Hare.
So we completed successfully 108 times the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now let's chant 3 more times if somebody feels that I couldn't give my best to hear the mantra clearly. So this is the last chance when we will chant 3 times again for the last time. Let's try our best to chant clearly and to hear the mantra clearly. So let's start together. Loudly we'll all chant last 3 times. Let's start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's chant the same mantra, Mahamantra, 3 times again within the mind. And let's pray for all our dear and loved and dear ones, for our family members. While we chant in the mind, we'll be praying parallelly to the Lord. We'll not open the mouth. Internally we'll chant in the mind and we'll pray to the Lord that, oh Lord, please bestow your mercy upon all the living entities, about my family members, my friends, relatives, teammates, colleagues, and finally all the living entities, whether they may be animals, birds, insects, or human beings, anybody, because they're all your parts and parcels of Lord. They're all spirit souls, they're your parts. So please bestow your mercy upon everybody in the entire creation. So let's have this selfless prayer for everybody in the entire creation, all the living beings, and chant this mantra within the mind, without opening the mind out 3 times. Let's start. So let's open our eyes gently. Thank you for participating in mantra meditation also. So enthusiastic. I was seeing in between. Although you were not opening your eyes, I was opening to see who's doing what. So everybody was chanting so nicely. How do you feel that yes, it felt some difference at least for the first time today I chanted? Yes, anybody? Some difference will be feeling. Whether will be feeling a little peaceful. The mind must have calmed down. And also will be feeling happy. Happiness will come when we gradually or consistently chant. And the more we hear the mantra, that's the key. The more we hear clearly, we'll feel more difference and more difference and more difference. So we'll stop here. The next session will be exploring the inner self, as I already told. We'll be discussing about who am I? The Vedanta Sutra starts with this aphorism. The first aphorism in Vedanta Sutra is Adhatu Brahma Jignasa. Now you have got the human form of life, attain self-realization. Inquire about the higher truth. That's what we discussed today. That's one of the differences between animals and humans. That's what Vedanta Sutra also tells us. And Bhagavad Gita gives us an analytical perspective about it. From the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we'll be discussing about it, okay? To be specific. We'll be seeing the shlokas also. So please come next Saturday. See, once in a week. If you come regularly, once in a week, it'll create so much transformation. For sure, there's no doubt. I'm very, very confident about it because we've already have seen so many lives transforming. So let's close here. So I would like to thank all the volunteers who are doing various services here. It's a small team now, right? We want to grow, we want to expand. We also want you to come and to join this team, right? You're all working professionals. Everybody is a working professional. Rajesh Prabhu, Udesh Prabhu, right? Everybody must have got some call, invitation call, right, for this session yesterday, and some message also. So they'll be your point of contacts. So let's thank them. They are having their office work still. They have spent time on Friday, on Thursday, having meetings, brainstorming, sending the messages, calling many people. So it's not an easy job. Let's thank them by a round of applause. So we'll close here. So we'll be now going towards the Aarti. Right? There'll be enthusiastic kirtan as well. That's a part of the program. You cannot miss it. So there will be Aarti of the Lord. The altar will be opening now. You will see the altar of the center. This is called Panathur. And also we'll be having dancing kirtan. Mats will be rolled away. They will be unrolled. And then let's participate in the dancing kirtan together. So let's start from here. Let's be ready. Thank you.